If my entire perfume collection is, say, 100 bottles, 70% of that collection is YouTube influenced. I have entrusted almost my entire perfume collection into the hands of total strangers that I met on the internet. Yet I say I'm not a risk taker. Every month is a no buy month for me, but yet somehow it ends up being a blind buy month because I'm constantly watching YouTube videos and fragrance reviews. My people, welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time seeing my face, then salutations. My name is Priscilla and I make videos to help you smell good, look good, and feel good. So if that's something you're interested in, then please consider subscribing, like this video, and let's get right into the video of today. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my YouTube influenced / inspired perfume collection. I'll be talking about the fragrances and talking about the YouTubers who inspired me to buy them. I'll also be tagging all their channels in the description box below, so feel free to go watch these channels, show them some love, tell them that you're from me, or maybe their channels are bigger than mine, but yeah, anyways, go watch them and have a good time. But yeah, you want to see my collection or the collection that has been inspired by other YouTubers, then let's get right into the video. The first perfume bottle I'll be talking about today is one from the house of Tom Ford, and it's called Eau de Soleil Blanc. Now this fragrance was inspired by a channel called Cheraye Lewis. It is by Cheraye. If you know Cheraye, like maybe you already know Cheraye, but yeah, I absolutely love her channel. When I wanted to buy this fragrance, I just went on YouTube, typed in Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, and her video popped up, and she actually did a comparison video between the Perfume and the toilette version, but I decided to go with the toilette because of the coins. I needed to save on the coins, but I think she did a really good job comparing it. Now this fragrance is like a tuberose, coconutty sort of suntan smell. It's really nice for summer because it's kind of mild, but at the same time it has this fresh smell to it. It's a sort of fragrance that makes you feel like you're on a holiday. So yeah, really nice fragrance. Now I really like Cheraye's videos. They're very, very upbeat, and she's one thing I know about, I pick up from her, is she's always I move on. So actually, Cheraye, this is inspired by you, and I really like this fragrance, I move on. The next fragrance I'll be talking about is one from the house of Xerjoff, and it's called Lyra. Now this fragrance was inspired by a channel called EmysWorldoffragrances. I don't know, but somehow I don't know how I discovered her channel. Maybe I've been watching too many perfume content, and YouTube then recommended her channel to me. She's a YouTuber based, or a fragrance reviewer channel based in Canada, and I just really like her channel. She had this video she did with her daughter, which I thought was very cute, and I just like her intro. She's just very calm when she says her intro. I can't really say it the way she says it, but it's always so soothing and calm. Anyways, to the perfume, Lyra is like a vanilla based sweet apple pie smell sort of fragrance. I bought it in the 30 ml because of the coins again. But it's a really nice fragrance. I really like it. I watched Emmy's review on this perfume, and she absolutely sold it to me, and I do not regret it. I really like this fragrance. Now, I'll be talking about is this one from the house of Amouage, and it's called Sunshine. Now, this fragrance was inspired by a YouTuber called Sally. I think her channel name is Sally Marion. I'll put the name somewhere on the screen. It will also be linked in the description box. Sally's channel is, I actually use it to she's one of those YouTubers I watch before I go to bed. Now, I'm not saying that she makes me sleep, but her channel is very calm. She's just very calm about the way she talks about her fragrances. Her background, really it's just a very calm, soothing channel. Now, this fragrance she talked about, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to buy it. I'm not thinking too much about it. It's got this tobacco, it's got osmanthus in it. It's fresh. It sits very close to the skin, which she did mention when she did the review. So I wasn't expecting it to be beast mode, but it's a really nice fragrance, and I absolutely love the bottle. Now this fragrance is one I would wear during the summer. and even during winter as well, but I wear it more during the summer months. So yeah, that's Amouage Sunshine, and it was inspired by sun. Next fragrance is Delina from the house of Perfumes Marie. Now, this fragrance was inspired by Karina Waldron. She talks about this fragrance a lot, and I can totally see why. Now, Karina is also based in Canada, but I don't know what states, but she's based in Canada as well. This fragrance is a floral, lychee, I think rose sweet sort of scent. I absolutely love it, and I really like Karina's channel as well. I just really like that it's quite versatile. On Karina's channel, she talks about fragrances, but she also talks about where to get them for really good deals. So yeah, Karina, this one is inspired by you, and I absolutely love this fragrance. Next fragrance is one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, and it's Angel Share. Now, this fragrance was inspired by a lady called Aisha, AI the Great. Oh my goodness, AI's channel is like no other channel, to be very honest. She's just very different. She does her videos in her closet. Everything is always organized. She always wears headbands. If you know AI the Great, you know her for her headbands. Like there is no competition when it comes to the headbands, and this fragrance was inspired by her. I really like it. This is from the house of Killian, Hennessy, the people who make Hennessy, and you can see that it comes in like that whiskey sort of glass. This fragrance is a warm fragrance. It's more of a wintertime fragrance, but I love it so much. I've actually been wearing it in summer. Do not judge me. I think it's got cognac in it. I'm not going to go too much into the notes, but I think it's got cognac, tonka bean, and vanilla. It's sweet, it's warm, it's a bit spicy, and it's a really lovely fragrance. And this one is inspired by you, AI the Great. If you're watching this came into my collection because of you. The next fragrance is Annie. I've only got a sample. I'm still looking to purchase a big bottle, but this is inspired by 3 YouTubers that I just had to go ahead and get a sample until I'm ready to buy a big bottle. And the names of their channels are Marcelana Theresa. So I call her Maisie. I really like her. I think she's based in the US, but I can't remember the state, but I know it's a sunny state. This is also inspired by Fab Finds by Keitra. She has gone on and on about it. Mama Bougeville, and this is also inspired by Abby with Love, who is a fellow UK based YouTube reviewer, and they've talked a lot about Annie. Like, if you need to go watch these YouTubers and their videos about Annie. There's no way you will not purchase it. Like, it is a really nice fragrance. It's a vanilla based fragrance. It kind of smells similar to another fragrance I've got in my collection, which is Dolce & Amalfi. Kind of to my nose. But yeah, this fragrance is inspired by these 3 lovely ladies. Go check them out. I absolutely love their channels. Marcelina is so calm in the way she also does her reviews. She's very sort of laid back. She loves her jewelry, and her dress is quite colorful. Fab Finds by Keitra is Mama Bougeville. She's got a lovely bubbly personality, and Abby with Love goes into depth when she is reviewing fragrances. So if you want that dissection, breaking down, her channel is definitely where you should be. Next fragrance that was inspired by a YouTuber is Dolce & Amalfi by Zerjov. Now this one is inspired by a girl called Lauren Redolence. Oh my goodness, her personality. That girl, honestly, anybody who is making a perfume, you need to contact her to do your marketing. I'm telling you. Do you know the number of fragrances she's almost made me buy? Like, she knows how to like talk about fragrances, and this was inspired by her. She also talked about Lira. So there's a video she did where she compared this to Lira, and I went ahead and bought this, and then when I watched Emmy's video, I was like, okay, I need to get Lira. But yeah, this is Dolce & Amalfi. And this is like a cardamom based fragrance with quince in it. It's quite a lovely fragrance. I haven't worn it that much, but I intend to wear it more this summer. It's a really nice fragrance. I almost sold it, but I couldn't because it's a really nice fragrance. So it's staying with me now. But yeah, this is inspired by you, Lauren Redolence. If you're watching this is inspired by you. The next fragrance is another one from Amouage, and it's called Love Tuberose, and this was inspired by a lady called Maisie Fragrances. I think that's her name. I'll be putting all the names in the description box. So this channel is different to Marcelana Theresa. This is Maisie Fragrances, and Maisie literally made me buy this fragrance, and it's lovely. Like, I'm not the biggest tuberose fan, but this is tuberose well done. It's got whipped cream in it. It's sweet. It's lovely. It's a really nice way to start, you know, your journey into tuberose if you're not a big fan of tuberose. But I really like her channel. She does a lot of like I call them combination videos, in the sense that she would, for example, she could talk about like fragrances for weddings or fragrances for events, so different sort of events. So if you're looking to find fragrances to wear to different places, so like summer fragrances, wedding fragrances and all of that, Maisie's channel is one that you should definitely be watching. Now the next fragrance is this one called 100 Silent Ways by Nishane, and this fragrance is inspired by a perfume page called Peeples Fragrances. He's based in Canada, and he made me buy this perfume. He hasn't reviewed it on his channel, I don't think, but it was from his Instagram, and I just had to go get it, to be honest. This is one of my favorite fragrances. It's a vanilla fragrance. It's quite sweet, guys. I love vanilla fragrances, by the way, if I haven't mentioned. So I like amber floral sort of fragrances, and Nishane 100 Silent Ways gives me all of that. Maisie's Fragrances also talked about this perfume, but the first place I actually ever saw this perfume was on Peeples Fragrances, his Instagram page. I really like this fragrance. I also like the way he reviews his perfumes. He tends to do fragrances individually as opposed to like combining them, so that way he can just break them down. If you haven't watched his videos, go watch them. I'll be linking his channel in the description box below. Go watch it. The next fragrance is Oud Bouquet, and this is the fragrance, the only fragrance actually that I own in my collection that somebody told me go and buy it. Like, I asked them for their opinion, they responded and told me what to buy. And this fragrance was inspired, or the person who recommended this to me is a lady called Paulina Schar. If you haven't seen Paulina's videos or her channel, I don't know, but you're missing out. You should definitely check out her channel. I remember commenting on one of her videos, and I was like, hey Paulina, I'm not really an oud person, but I am torn between Oud Bouquet and Rose d'Arabie, and that was in the middle of lockdown when we couldn't sample anything or go into the stores, and she told me buy Oud Bouquet, and honestly, I do not regret it. I really love this fragrance. Like, it is one of my, I layered this with a lot of my perfumes when I want to give them a lot of depth. I really like the fragrance. It is like an oud, rose, sweet fragrance. I can go on and on about it, but yeah, this fragrance was inspired by Paulina Schar. The next fragrance I'll be talking about is from the house of Christian Louboutin, and this is called Ruby Rouge. This was inspired by two people actually. This was inspired by a perfume page called J Perfume Life. I think her name is Joyce. I really like watching Joyce's videos because they're a really good balance between laid back and I'm making an effort. You know, like how somebody's making an effort but they make it look laid back, but at the same time I don't really know. But Joyce does it so well, and this fragrance was inspired by her. And then what cemented it was a video I then watched by Fab Finds by Keitra. And this is a fragrance from the house of Christian Louboutin. It's a designer fragrance, but at the same time you could say it's from the niche side of the designer house. It's a really nice fragrance. It's got like that lipstick smell to it. I really like it. But I mean, look at that bottle. I don't even care what this fragrance smells like. Look at that bottle. Love it. I move on. The next fragrance I'll be talking about is Gentle Fluidity Gold. Now, for a very long time, I was looking at this fragrance. I'm like, should I buy it? Should I not buy it? But the person that literally made me to make the decision is a lady called Jessica Willoby. That's her channel name, Jessica Willoby. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. And she's based in America. I just love this fragrance. It's not beast mode, but it is a nice, subtle, sweet, beautiful amber floral sort of fragrance, which I really like. So Jessica's page I recently actually discovered, so I bought this fragrance very recently, and I just really like her channel because she does loads of comparisons. So if you're torn in between two fragrances, you should check out her channel because she may or may not have compared the fragrances, And yes, I just really like this fragrance. And Jessica, this is inspired by you, so you made me to buy this actually. And finally, the latest fragrance coming to my collection is from the house of Oud, and it's called Date Delight. And this one is inspired by a channel name called Mandy's Glam. I really like watching Mandy's videos. I just like them. Her makeup is always, oh my goodness, like her eyebrows are always on point. Her background. This is a really beautiful, sweet fragrance. I think it's got dates in it. And it's just really nice and sweet. It's got sugar, that sugar smell in it. It's a warm fragrance, so this will be more for the warmer months. And look at that bottle, guys. It's like an egg. So this is where the fragrance is, and this is the cover, but this is actually the base. So yeah, this was inspired by Mandy's Glam. Now, I've talked about loads of fragrances today, but I already warned you guys that a lot of my collection is inspired and influenced by loads of perfume. A lot of these perfumes I absolutely love, and like I mentioned, I really like watching like YouTube perfume reviews. So yeah, go support all these channels that I have mentioned, and I tag everyone. Look at your collection and think, which of the perfumes in your collection are inspired by anyone, and you may want to make your own video. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do all of that good stuff. Go ahead, like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. Help me grow my channel. Until I see you again in my next video. I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Stay beautiful, stay blessed. Hi and bye. 1, 2, 3, go. 2, 3.